right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Chillin' with the Murray Bank. As we drive around beautiful downtown Murray, I have got the head honcho, the lady in charge, the one that runs everything, Erin Carrico from the CVB. Welcome, Erin.
Thanks, Tim, for that lovely title you gave me. Appreciate it.
You are the boss of all things Convention and Visitors
That's
Bureau,
what I tell
right?
my husband. I'm the boss of all things.
I knew Ed. Ed always tells me that as well. So I
as
always
long
ask
as
him,
everybody knows.
Yeah, I always ask him, and he says, you've got to check with the boss.
That's right.
And I guess he's referring to you.
That'd
right?
be me.
Well, welcome to the episode, Erin. Give us a little background. How long have we been at the CVB? What keeps you coming back? Tell us a little bit about what happens at the CVB.
Insanity. No, so I've been at the Convention and Visitors Bureau for 15 years. I started off as a wee little child.
A wee child? What are you, like 23? So you started working when you were 8 there or something?
Yeah, that's it. God love you for that. So yeah, that's how long I've been doing Freedom Fest as well. So 15 years.
15 years of all things
years.
Freedom Fest. Yeah. So 15 years, what makes the CVB the job that you just say, you know what, I've been here 15 years. Usually people in your generation, they change jobs.
We do. I have not. I guess I'm an old soul that I love my community. I fell in love with Murray. When they hired me, I said, that's it. I'm only going to work for 2 years. I'm going to work for 2 years while I get my master's, and then I'm leaving. Well, here we are.
15 years later. So
15 years later.
Have you been getting your master's for 15 years?
No, I do. I finished that quickly. I'm not the Lance Allisons of the world that take a hot minute.
Shots fired at Lance Allison. Shots fired.
So, no, I finished that up pretty quickly. And I mean, it's just something about Murray that I didn't want to leave. I still don't want to leave. I love living here. Absolutely love. And I love all the parts of Freedom Fest. I love all the parts of my job. It's different every single day. There is not a day that is the same. And I think that's why I keep doing it. I'm not stuck behind a desk.
Isn't that the greatest feeling?
I know.
Ever?
Yeah.
I'm kind of in your boat as well.
Yeah.
You've mentioned Freedom Fest a few times. Let's talk Freedom Fest coming up here in just a few short days.
Woo!
Gonna be exciting again this year, right?
I know, and I'm loving the temperatures right now. It's not as hot as it normally is, so that bodes well for us being outside for many hours on end.
We've been very blessed. The month of June is usually a scorcher, which leads into the extra scorcher of
July and then into August. Right. So, no, I'm really excited this year. You know, the parade, it's always fantastic. It's 9:30 on July the 4th. And then, the big send-off for the 4th of July is going to be at 9 o'clock that night. And we got a little shindig, little thing called the fireworks.
I was about to say, just a little thing.
Just a little thing.
And chances are pretty decent this year, right? I mean, last year we had the unexpected drought, had to cancel, had to move them.
Right.
And so this year, chances are, with the rain we've got.
Right. No
Chief
pressure.
Palagrudo, if you're listening,
Listen, no pressure, Chief.
No pressure, Chief. But things are looking up.
We do.
So we're hopeful that the fireworks are going to happen again on the 4th of July this year.
And they go up at 9 o'clock.
Let's talk about the parade that morning. Freedom Fest kicks off before the parade,
Before the parade, there's a bunch of events as well.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
So starting at 7 in the morning, we have the Veterans Remembrance Ceremony, and they do that in Chestnut Park.
Right.
At the same time, at 7 o'clock downtown at Methodist Church, the Boy Scouts have their Boy Scout breakfast, the Gary Taylor Memorial, and it's delicious, super good. I've eaten it a few times, grab and go, and they do a wonderful job for breakfast. Then at 8:45, do you guys remember the Main Street Mile? It's coming back.
It's
coming back.
It was missed.
It is
missed.
Really. I know.
It was a couple of years without it.
And
now
we are back.
We set up in the same spot every year to watch the parade, right in front of the Watch Center. And that was kind of like, here comes the Main Street Milers.
It's really fun. It's really fun. They kind of lead off the parade in a way, and it's great to cheer on the runners. It's going to be at 8:45 to be able to watch that. So the business in town called All Lasered Up, they start at the farmers market downtown. They also have a brick and mortar out in the county, and they are very into the track and field realm. So their son is
going on a scholarship.
Really?
Freed Hardeman, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I know Daniel's going somewhere on a scholarship.
They can correct you in the comments.
Yeah. Let them
so they are wonderful, absolutely wonderful to work with. And they said, we want to bring this back. And I hope that we have a ton of runners because you have a built-in audience. Everybody's lined up for the parade. So that's really awesome. And then we roll into the parade at 9:30. And, F&B leads on down with their bus. And we have the kazoo band is back. Been a hot minute since we've had the kazoo
Roger
band.
Ratmuth and the kazoo band.
I had to order more kazoos, so I'm guessing it's a big band, big band this year. So that's always really exciting, and there's lots of candy for kids to pick up, and lots of things that you can see. And then we have a little break. And then at 7:30 is the Town and Gown PM. 7:30 p.m. is the Town and Gown Community Band concert.
And that's in front of Lovett, right?
No, it's in Lovett. It's
inside.
It's
inside
Lovett. Lovett's all pretty now.
Great.
Lovett is all beautiful. And so they're going to do it inside the newly renovated Lovett Auditorium in the air conditioning.
That's even better.
Yeah, in the air conditioning. And you will be out in time. They finish somewhere between 8:15 and 8:30, which gives you enough time to find a spot for the fireworks at 9.
All right, so let me ask you, all things Freedom Fest since you've been there.
Yes.
You've done all the things, all the ins and outs of it.
Yes.
What's your craziest story from Freedom Fest? I know you have one.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I actually have lots.
Okay,
so I think we were in a drought. This was like 2012, 2013. I've never had a summer so hot in my life. And we had to decide right then and there if we were going to do the fireworks. And you have to remember, at this time, where we do the fireworks, Mega Gym didn't exist, Culver's didn't exist. So that was a field. So we didn't have as many things to contend with. And we're sitting around a table. It is 2:30 in the afternoon. And we're up in the old fire station. It is so hot. We have every fireman, all the police, city people, myself, and my old employee, Stephanie Butler. And we're sitting up there like, what do we do? What decision do we make? And so Chief Palagrudo, he said, okay, I think we can do it, but we've got to hose down the fields. We hosed down, well, not we, but
Erin's out there with the hat on, and she's,
I've done it. And so that was probably the absolute craziest. We had the fire trucks, which do still come down, but we had them, and there were a few fires. There were a few fires there on the fields. Well, few fires.
Right.
Yeah, that they had to put out right in the middle of the fireworks. No one around, the audience on 641 could never see what was actually happening behind the scenes. And that was absolutely insane. And the fire department just, extinguished them right out. But it was so intense. It was probably the most intense 22 minutes I've ever felt. But on the flip side, though, what about the year, what was it? One of the very first years we worked together for the fireworks.
Yeah.
And we had to throw ourselves over the fireworks.
Oh, that was when we were down there. So that's what I was going to ask you. So you're down there when they're setting up the fireworks.
Yes.
Since the Murray Bank has taken over the sponsorship, I've gone down there and watched as well. That is a process in itself.
It is a process in itself.
And then it was our first year. It was Murray
the
Bank's
very
first year that we had sponsored. We're down there. And a freak, like a thunderstorm just pops up out of nowhere.
Summer thunderstorm.
And what's his name?
Jeff.
Jeff. I always want to call him G off because it's spelled different.
Yeah.
Jeff's down there and he's like, thunderstorm. So we're throwing
our
bodies over the fireworks so they don't get wet so they can shoot off that night.
Oh my God.
I forgot about
and it's
that.
just like impaling us in like the wind, and it is a thunderstorm, and we're laying across the fireworks to keep them dry.
Right.
Like it's insane.
That is one of the coolest things. So you always know there's got to be a lot of work on the back end going into that stuff.
There is.
But until you go down there and kind of see it, and I'm not, it's not for the public to view, but we always do a live video down there on the day of the fireworks. So look for it. It'll be on our page, the Murray Bank page. It'll be on the Freedom Fest page. We always do a video kind of showing you behind the scenes.
Because they come in parts. They don't come put together for safety purposes. So it literally takes 8 to 10 hours to assemble like our gigantic show. And we have a very large show. It's over 20 minutes long. So, there's a lot of pieces and parts and things that have to be, the wiring that has to be attached.
Right.
And everything is shot off with an iPad.
And that is one of the things,
which is really cool.
And and I'm sure our viewers know, we just lost one of our board members, David Graham, at the bank.
It was his favorite.
And this was one of his favorite. I can remember when the bank took over the fireworks, he said, we want to make them the biggest. Right. We want to make it the best. And when we say it's Western Kentucky's best fireworks show, that was David's thing. He was very patriotic. And so this is almost like a memorial to him as this show, because he was huge into it.
Right.
And it is one of the, if not biggest and best fireworks shows in Western Kentucky.
We're one of the few places in Western Kentucky that does it on the 4th.
Right. Another thing that
that's
our board
really special
and David
for us. Yeah, that is very special for us, and hopefully with a little rain. Come on, Chief.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and say that they're happening on the 4th of July.
We're just going to go with it.
Yeah, we've got enough rain chances. I think we're going to be
so
good.
Too.
So Erin, let's talk about rapid fire.
Okay, rapid fire.
Okay, we do these same questions with everyone at the end of the episode. We want to know a few things that kind of figure you out a little bit. Okay, so the first word that comes to your mind when I ask you this question.
That could be dangerous.
Favorite TV show?
Oh, Friends.
Favorite movie?
Ooh, Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Yeah, the old one from 1956.
I don't even know what that movie is.
Audrey Hepburn.
Sorry, I'm out.
William Holden.
Okay.
Oh, good Lord.
Favorite food?
Tomatoes.
It's Farmer's Market tomatoes, right?
Yeah, all the tomatoes.
Favorite local place to eat?
Oh, Willow Bistro.
Willow Bistro. Favorite vacation spot?
Oh, any beach. Any beach.
Not in particular.
No, just a beach.
Okay. Favorite type of ice cream?
Mint chocolate chip.
So that leads us into our next question. We end every episode. We let the guests pick where they want to go and serve. Tell us where we're going and tell us why.
Okay, so we are going to the Callaway County Public Library. No, and they're in the middle of their renovation.
Right.
In fact, they are wrapping up. And what you guys may not know, this is one of those behind the scenes things. They have a smaller staff. They have a smaller staff of less than 10, and all women. And they are actually assembling and putting together the inside parts of the new library all themselves.
Awesome.
And you want to see some awesome ladies with some power tools. I went and volunteered last week. And those ladies are putting in some hard work. We have thousands and thousands of books, and the new library is beautiful. In fact, their grand opening, I've put it on the Freedom Fest schedule, their grand opening is July 1st.
Yeah, next Saturday.
And so they're going to open up that morning and have a ribbon cutting, and the public can come in. You could check out books again and kind of explore everything that there is to see. And it is huge. You're going to be super impressed with what that means for our community.
Well, thank you, Erin, for joining us on this episode.
Had a good time.
July 4th, all things Freedom Fest. Join us that day. We're on our way to the library, so we will see you guys next time.
See ya.